Me and Martin are going to do a 14-day adventure ride down to Bluff. We're going to be travelling down from Nelson, through the Lewis Pass, down to Catlins, then we'll eventually get down to Bluff, and then we'll go up through Milford Sound, the west coast, and finally back to Nelson. We're looking at an estimated 3,000 kilometres in those 14 days, and we're looking forward to it. This is Martin. He's the owner of Adventure Motorcycles New Zealand, a rental company based in Nelson. Adventure Motorcycles have a selection of BMW GS series in both 2-valve and 4-valve models. The old BMWs have a dipstick, best way to measure the oil level, I reckon. For our trip down south, we shall use one of Martin's favourites. Here's the R100 GS, which is a 1000cc model. All the bikes are personally serviced and maintained by Martin himself. We're doing the Nelson to Christchurch. We're going by Lewis Pass, which is going to be about 420 kilometres from Nelson to Christchurch. Towards the Lewis Pass, and that there was the Maria Springs Hot Pool Resort, which has its own hot thermal pools. Here in the distance is Hamner Springs. It also has its own thermal pool resorts. This is the Rakaia River, and now we're going to be looking at the Rakaia River Gorge. New Zealand still has many one-way bridges. Well, we're now in the McKenzie country, and we'll probably be camping in the McKenzie Pass tonight after we pick up some food from Fairley and have a bit of a fry up tonight. New Zealand's South Island has a population of around 1 million people and measures roughly 810 kilometres from end to end, and at the widest is 260 kilometres. It's roughly between across from Dunedin across to Milford Sound. A nice fry up with sausages, onions, mushrooms, all in butter. This is where we camped last night. It's a little bit windy this morning, but otherwise it's quite nice. The McKenzie country is named after a 19th century Scottish sheep rustler. We're now heading towards the Mary Pass. It's the Dalgety Range over there. Well, that's fishing on the Waitaki River. The guy actually lets the fish go in the end. Nice gravel road to choose is to do the McKenzie Pass road. Turn off at Duntroon, heading south, and it comes out close towards Ranfurly. There's McKenzie Hotel. Now we've just stopped here on North Rough Ridge. We're heading towards the Old Dunstan Road number 2 at the moment. Heading south of Poolburn, we took the left after Moa Creek to find the Old Dunstan Road number 2. Some shots from the Lord of the Rings films were taken around this area here. It's the Poolburn Reservoir over there. Outside Paru, we were briefly joined by Medeas and Isabel for the start of the Old Dunstan Road number 1. Join us later on in the trip, as they'll be staying at Dunedin tonight. We spent the night south of Dunedin at Milton Backpackers before heading towards the Catlins in the morning. We've just been for the Catlins, and this morning we left Milton. This is Hero Bay, nearly at the most southern point of New Zealand's South Island. We're now at the most southern tip of the South Island. Well, this is Bluff. We're about 30 kilometres south of Invercargill, and around here you can catch a 1 hour ferry across to Stewart Island. That's Dog Island just over there. This is Weiwei Bay. Well, we're now at McCracken's Rest, 60 kilometres to Invercargill that way, on the most southwestern part of New Zealand's highways. It's a pretty windy day today. We chose to do a side trip up the Manapori South Arm before heading back north to Manapori itself and Te Anau. Now we meet up again with Medeas and Isabel and heading off towards Milford Sound now. Prepared for rain around here, as Fiordland can top 6 metres of rain in 1 year. Leave early if you want to beat the buses in the morning, otherwise you might be stuck behind them later. It chose to take the Milford Explorer as it does a slower trip. It's around $78 New Zealand per adult. Now to Milford Sound, it's about 240 kilometres for a return trip. The whole trip to Milford Sound from Te Anau will take the whole day, so probably plan to have a second night at least in Te Anau. The journey from Te Anau now to Queenstown is 170 kilometres. That runs between Carston and Kingston. That's their restored steamship, the TSS Earnslaw, just returning from a visit to Walter Peak Sheep Station. Do some of the Skipper's Canyon gravel road now. Camping beside Lake Wanaka. The road from Wanaka to Haas Village is about 140 kilometres and is one of the South Island's most scenic roads that you can take. Haas Pass is 564 metres high, but can still be quite a cold ride. Knight's Point here, one of the best viewing points. From Haas to Nelson it's about 630 kilometres, with such places as Fox Glacier and Franz Josef Glacier to visit, and some pancake rocks on the way. Well, the bike performed perfectly all that way, didn't burn any oil at all. Okay, me and Martin have just gotten back from a good ride down south. We did over 3,000 kilometres, maybe 3,200 plus in 14 days. Found some new gravel roads and the weather was excellent all the time. A very good ride.